Okay, we are now live. I have Kermit the Log, Black Angus, and one of the most requested people on the War Council, Darth Daddy, is back with us tonight. You did your you did your Sunday stream tonight or earlier today?
Yeah, I had on James from Rebel Scum podcast. And we had a real good chat too. My stream was freezing the whole time, but that's okay. I'm building the bad boy over here. This should be. I'm getting the last 2 parts tomorrow, so this computer will be built tomorrow.
Yes, and go sub to him now. The 1K subs, he promised something that he's gonna deliver on. He's got a new PC. He's investing in his channel. He's investing to bring Star Wars the fair and balanced view, and have people on Sundays. I think, right? Pretty frequently.
Yeah. My live stream is going to be every Sunday. The times can vary, but it's usually going to be between like noon and 4 p.m. Eastern time.
What happened to you, Kermit? You're looking pretty rough there.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, Max.
Okay, do we need an intervention here?
No, my mom didn't raise a quitter.
You're causing me problems right off the bat. Where is Snowdub?
I don't know. Maybe something is wrong with him, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to check the Twitter. I think we're going to talk about episode 5. Has everyone watched it? Of Mandalorian? Yeah. Kermit?
Yeah, I did my breakdown video for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I seen it.
Angus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw it. I woke up at like 4 and watched it the day it came
out. So we're going to talk about that, I believe. So we will go into spoilers. We'll have some segments. I think Snowdub is still going to do the war party. I'm not sure after this. So something, Darth Daddy, something you might want to try in the future is after the War Council, which has become a regular show on my channel. Someone could host a war party or something on their channels and bring all those viewers on right after the stream ends, so you get a nice little push for your channel.
Yeah,
in the future.
I just gotta see because your War Council here is late at night on a Sunday. I don't think I'm live streaming at midnight my time.
We'll say if you wanted to host one, we would start it earlier that Sunday to accommodate.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm doing it on Sundays anyway, and I can do it later. Do it at like 6 o'clock.
Cool. Okay.
Right before yours starts, something like that. We can talk that out.
I love the flash mask, Angus.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. Did you notice the coffee mug I got?
Got milk.
Got milk.
You're wearing the Flash mask. Don't do my boy right, because Flash is my boy. Just so you know.
I don't really know much about Flash besides Flashpoint Paradox. But no, I was laughing because I noticed Kermit's name. I forget that you can change your name all the time on here.
That's the facts, Jack.
Well, to start out this stream, I'm glad my friends are here because I was a little stressed. It's just dealing with
whoa. Slow down with the friend thing.
Oh, we're friends. We're friends now.
We get along. I don't know. There's not many people I call friend. My girlfriend took a little while before me. She was girl for a long time.
Oh wow,
Daddy, you're hurting me, Daddy. I think we're internet friends.
Don't take it.
Daddy, next time you say something like that, can you tell me so I can take some notes?
Buddy, you need like about 3 or 4 volumes of notepads. There's a lot of teaching there.
Well, some of us are naturals, though.
Did you just flash me with his wrist?
I'm like the LeBron James of dick.
Keep that in your pants. Don't flash that on screen again.
Okay, I gotta write that down too.
Well, I hope my man Snowdub. Oh, now we got an echo. Who's that? What happened?
I don't know who's echoing.
Maybe it's me. Hold on. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's me this time.
Okay. Well, we have a lot to talk about. Part of it is the fandom itself, a little bit here. I really believe if you're holding on to this, your expectations of where the fandom so strong with an iron grip, you're going to miss out, and you're not going to change anyone's opinion if you shut people down right away. I think what I'm trying to do here is make new friends, even if we don't agree with like Darth Daddy. He's nice enough to come on here. He might not necessarily agree with everything we say or do on the internet. How can you? People do some crazy stuff on the internet. Take it case for case basis. Have some fun first. There is some room for debates. That's something else I want to do on this channel, is debates on a differing opinion, and try to have some moderators there so it doesn't get too crazy. Because I go in hot, but not everyone wants to do that. So we have to be open to accommodate lots of different types of people so the conversation keeps going.
Yeah, no, I mean, people are going to disagree. I mean, Angus and I, we still don't see eye to eye in the whole 501st. You know what I mean?
Right.
He has his view on it. I have mine. But dude, what am I going to do? Like,
not talk to him?
He needs to not ever talk to anyone ever again because he's so wrong.
What are you going to do with people? I mean, as you get older, I think this comes with getting older too, Daddy. You realize you can't be like that. You're just going to shut people. You're going to be alone. You're going to live a long, lonely life, and you'll be miserable.
What's the old phrase? Everyone has an asshole, and no one wants to hear from it.
Yeah.
The more I get old, the more I get cold, guys.
It's not the way. It's not the way. You can't be too. You can't be too. Close your fist too much that you don't. I don't like what you said. I don't think you should be involved with this. It's not going to work. I think people are more open to talk to me because I talk to everyone. I don't stop talking to you just because I don't like something you said. And I'm sure Daddy will correct us if we go across the line.
Brother, I got a list waiting, just waiting for someone to say something stupid. Just waiting for someone to say something stupid so I can slam them down. That's okay. I got them on tap.
If you are watching this show, I want you to smash the hell out of the like button. I do hope my man Snowdub comes on soon.
He commented. He said he'll be on in a little bit. He said he's running late. I'll jump on in a few minutes.
Sure, I can understand. I don't know what's happened with Chubby Teddy. I actually, just so you know, there's been some. I don't know if Black Angus wants me to go into this much, but there's some comic skate drama.
Oh, dude, yeah. No,
I got some information on this too. Go ahead, Angus.
Never think you gotta shift the conversation around. Like I'm open for discussion. So I'm here.
Okay, but you're here to defend your pal with Jeff. He helped you out at your beginnings, I believe, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. He's been cool. Like, no, he's a really cool guy. People don't realize like he'll respond to you on Facebook like really fast. Like even before it got cooler, I met him in person. Like, hey, dude, like, can you check this out? Give me your take about editing this because it got banned on YouTube. I don't know what I should do exactly. And I thought it was gonna be like a month later because he's a huge channel, but he's like, boom. You know, I don't know if it's like he knows the name or if it was just felt good that day or if he's just completely that way. But I've had nothing but good experience with him. So, and you hear him enough, like hearing his streams going through the catalog and stuff. I went deep into the catalog when I found him, and he's a comic fan. So I don't think this is purposeful, but there is interesting odd things like I've seen with Lunga's comments and stuff. So
yeah, thank you.
I understand where you're coming from. I'm wondering if it was just mixed up files or what, but it is odd for sure.
Can you guys explain to the lay frog what happened?
Yeah, you want to take it, Max? I can explain it too.
I think Angus would be probably best. He really follows this stuff closely, so you could get this perspective. Okay.
So Jeff Hicks, he wrote a Captain's parody called Stealing Solo, where the idea is that they take Harrison Ford hostage in their basement to reshoot episode 7 because it sucked.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a funny premise. It's clearly an outlet as a fan for him. And he crowdfunded it when CG was first starting, Comicsgate, for y'all who don't know the acronym. And it got about 50 grand. Recently, it shipped, it seems, without his knowledge from the get-go.
Okay.
And it was shipped without any packaging. It was just shipped. It had like a cardboard back for like postage with like a magazine with like your address and like postage here corner, stuff like that. It just seemed weird because like if you backed any tier, it's supposed to be a signed copy. So I'm assuming it's fairly close to where he's located, and that he would go there like EVS and do a couple days worth of signing the product. So that's why that's what's weird from the get go, is like he didn't have it doesn't seem like he had a chance to even sign this. So that's where I'm at. I'm open for, inquiry. If anything, as a comics gator, as someone who's writing Meth Gator, and really just, only knowing so much from other creators about what to do in this, the infancy of Comicsgate, this is a question I never would have thought to ask or ponder with printers. So now it's like, that's in the back of my head about legal protection if they fuck up, if that's truly the case. So that's where I'm at. Let everyone else go now.
Yeah, I'm the main reason why I'm commenting this is because this is actually a subject that's kind of close to home to me, because I just finished a Kickstarter for a novel. It's not a comic book, it's a novel, but I'm going through this, the same process. Okay, I had a fundraising, crowdfunding. I've been preparing the hell out of it now. Mind you, mine only raised $4,000. Okay, and to me, it's as a creator and a writer, it's more about, in first time book, I want it to come out there to get exposure. I want it out. So even if I'm losing money, I don't care. My main thing is I got to get my book out there and then continue whatever I did in Kickstarter on Amazon for its sales. And then it's the first book of a series. So there's gonna be more after that. And I've been so careful making sure I got everything just right, everything good, because I don't want to give anyone a shitty product. Now, the comic books aren't that different from regular print books. You still go through the same process. You still hire a printer. You send us all the stuff to them. Now, the way printers work, they only print what you give them to them. If you give them something completely unformatted, fucked up, where words are like cut off on the page or the pictures aren't lined up right, they'll print it like that. Just write that. They're not there to edit your work or fix it. They're like, okay, well, if that's how it looks, apparently that's how you wanted it. So that's how they're going to do it. There's no, well, we'll add this. Oh, we'll throw this on there. Printers don't do that. Okay. So whatever they printed is what he sent them. Okay. Now, the issues I have with this is that there is some kind of, and again, I don't know the guy, and I'm not trying to slam him. This is just coming from my perspective of how I know how these things work. Okay. There's some kind of lie, deception, or it was more about money than it was about creating something, because he raised $50,000 fucking dollars, man. Okay, that's nothing to laugh at. That's a lot of fucking dough. And when you have, if I raise $50,000 for my book, do you know how much I would dump back into it to make sure it's great? You know what I'm saying? So the issue I see here is a couple of things. The signing, number one. One of his tiers was he's signing a book. Now, the way mine's working is I'm getting done with my printing is with Ingram Spark, which is one of the top printers. If you're doing on your own, okay? Ingram Spark takes care of everything. You send it to them, and then I having it mailed to me for my backers, and I'm going to sign the ones that can be signed, and we're going to individually pack each one and mail it out. Now, he's doing comic books. I don't know how many backers he had. Maybe he had 2,000, 3,000 comic books, so he didn't have the time to want to pack all of them. I get that. So you want to find someone that does fulfillment, okay? Apparently, whatever printer he said he used also does fulfillment, which means they're just mailing it out. Now, I doubt with raising that much money, and unless he went like super cheap on it, which as a creator blows my mind. Why would you do that? If I doubt he found someone that was close by that he was going to go there and sign it. Usually the way that works, if it's signed books, they send it to you, and those are the ones you sign, and either you send it back to them for fulfillment or you mail them out yourself. That's usually how it works. And if you're signing it, I don't care if it's there at your house. You're obviously holding the damn thing in your hand. There is no way out of this thing for him to say he did not know it because he signed him. Okay. And if he didn't sign him, then he lied on his tears. He didn't offer what he said he was going to offer.
Right. That's my point. Yeah.
Okay. So one way or another, there's some kind of deception going on to where, to me, it would make me question it. Well, what was he really doing? Was he really trying to provide a product, or was he just trying to make money off of it? And whatever they got, they got.
The thing that, not to interrupt you, but the back having the postage, the printer wouldn't have created that for him.
No, not unless he gave it to him.
Right. So that's another big red flag.
And I'll tell you why. Because the printing on the back is a paid postage mark. He had to pay for that postage. Okay? It's not a sticker. It's the postage is printed on the back cover. You froze up, Kermit.
That's a great.
he's kind of like.
So people are saying he's bullshitting then?
I mean, some are. I mean, the loyal fandom people.
Here's what I think. I think he has the right to smooth this out. Give him a chance to smooth it out. But the way that the Fandom Menace is responding to actual criticism is pathetic. Because there is another YouTuber called the Comic Book Cut, and he says he's for the consumer. He respects the review process, and if he finds his fault in the product or how it's being handled, he has every right to do it. And just to say we need to support Jeff because it's Jeff, I think you have to really look into it if you want real. You're criticizing Disney, Lucasfilm, Kathy for a delivered product that's bad.
Thank you. The buck stops with Kathy, right? You say don't blame these, don't blame that. The buck stops with Kathy. Well, the same thing goes here. You're the creator. The buck stops with you, not the printer. If my book gets fucked up, people are going to come to me. They're not going to call Ingram Smirk.
He's like the head coach of the football team.
Ah, damn it, Kermit! You stole my fucking analogy. I was about to say that.
So I think we all, as a consensus here, hope things get worked out for both Jeff and the consumer. But you have to be able to discuss it without jumping down someone's throat. And the Comic Book Cut, he has covered this a lot, and he is getting the full force of the Fandom Menace on him. Just because he's raised concerns.
I'm not as involved with this stuff as you guys. Yeah. You guys know more about it than me, but I saw Jessie Milestone, and I really like her. And Jeff has always been a kind dude to me when I've interacted with him. Sure. I saw her. It seemed like she was getting in a lot of arguments with a lot of people on Twitter about it, and didn't seem like it seemed stressful for them.
She's going to bat for her man. Yeah,
but that's the thing. There's a personal thing there. Okay, yeah. My girlfriend would do the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to. I'm not going to judge her because it's her boyfriend. I mean, let's be honest. It's her boyfriend. She's going to be defensive. She's been there with him. She's going to know he put this much work, X amount of work in. Because at the end of the day, there's something he created. He put a lot of work into it. Take it from someone that wrote something. I understand. Even if it's shitty and the back cover's shitty and it was stupid and it was money maybe was more important. He still put a lot of work to make that. Okay. So as being his girlfriend, of course she's going to be defensive. Of course she's going to want to defend him. And I don't fault her for that. I get it. But you both have a pretty big platform. And to me, I think maybe it would have been better if you spoke out in print, like on Twitter or wrote out that way instead of you're using your platform to try to sway people with it. You know what I mean?
And people have been waiting for this for a long time. So they have the right. They have the right to be upset.
Here, and I want to show you something. And this is not to pop my book up because but I'm going to show you the mock-up of like when you make a front and back cover. This is what I got to send to Ingram Sparks for my print issues. Okay, so let me share the screen here. Okay.
All right.
So I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yes.
Okay. So this is when you send in a front and back cover, it's one image. It's not like an image for the front, an image for the back. It's one image. And for mine, there's a spine because it's a book. A comic book doesn't have a spine.
That looks cool, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That looks badass.
Yeah, I paid for this, so I better be badass because I paid good money for it. So, but yeah, and it's one whole image. You know what I mean? So, you know, the only way it could come up with the postage on here is if he sent the whole image with the cover and then put postage here. You know what I mean? Because they're not just going to do that on their own. And if anything, they're going to say, you know, they might say if they're a smaller printer and they have more communication, say, hey, you have no back cover. You know, what are you doing with this? Oh, you know, it almost seems to me like he's, just put the postage on her. You know, and that's what it seemed like. You know, maybe he didn't want to pop out or draw a back cover for it, which if he's a comic artist like he says he is, I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, here's my, you want to hear? I would say, I would tell him, now he hasn't answered my tweets, but I would say, put up your back cover. Let's see what your mock-up was.
Right. That's what I was thinking too.
Let me see.
Like if you have a back cover, that would show that you were
a completed finished cover. I want to see
that you had other plans and they did go through the plan. Exactly.
And it has to be like this. It's not two separate images because that's not how printing works. It's one sheet. So you got to show it all together. So I need to see the front cover and back cover all in one image like this for me to believe it. If I don't see that, or I see just some kind of sketch mock-up, that tells me you never completed one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so that's just.
I do hope it works out for everyone involved. This isn't to bash on them. This is to
right.
This is to examine it, and this is his first comic. So,
I mean, you guys read it though? How was it?
No, I didn't read it.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, I haven't read it. The only thing I can think of as, just from my perspective, not knowing the full process or what was submitted, any of that, the only thing I can think of, if not just a huge mix-up with the printer for whatever reason, maybe a additional project maybe got mixed. I don't know. These are things I'm just trying to think to give Jeff the benefit of the doubt. Knowing its history and stuff. The only other thing I think of is a corrupted file that maybe he has a file of like, here's the back.
Corrupted file with the prepaid postage on it.
I don't know. Well, because if it's prepaid, then like each page is individual though, for each, because it's like they printed the. Oh, what do you call it?
Remember, it's postage. He has to pay for X amount of postage.
No, I get that, but it's weird. They're individualized, is what I'm saying. So that's what's weird.
Yeah.
You know, you're making a very convincing argument, is what I'm saying. And it's like the only thing I've been racking my brain on this off and on today. I'm like, what could it be? Knowing Jeff, hearing stuff, he worked with, I think he kind of mentored under Neil Adams, who's a fairly.
I saw him talking about how he's been in comics and drawn other comics before. I don't know. To me, it's just, here's this. I can give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I can give him that benefit of the doubt. But you need to do more than do this video where you just keep saying, it wasn't my fault they messed it up. It wasn't my fault they messed it up. You offered no. Well, you didn't give me anything to believe you. You know what I mean? Show me something. I mean, if it was me, I would be like, Max joked with me and him got an argument where I wrote a manifesto where I had like point by point. Okay, I would be like on this video going, listen, here's my cover and screen sharing. This is what I had. This is what I sent them. This is what I showed. Here's my receipts. Here's my invoice.
EBS did that. He had a stream where some guy's like, oh, you don't have the book. And he's like, it's right here in my fucking hand, dude. And he's like, they'll show it. And he's like, he's counting off and it's like, this is an 80-something page book. And he's like, I saw like 17. He's like, look, like this is twofold, you know. So some people just always try to like dig at you because they don't like your personality, or oh, you're late, so just screw you. That's a lot of the problem with Comic Hut, and I think he's got valid points with like covering this. He is getting some unfair criticism. The problem with Comic Hut is that he has a smear on him like Max does, but I would say Max hits that mainly Jerry out of a ideal of ethics about fandom. Comic Hut seems, this is, I would say, fairly unbiased watching him, seems to just want to hit at big names, and that's how he gets attention. He gets a lot of views from hitting at any little hiccup or something, being part of anti-CG, even though they're indie comics and adjacent. There's a weird thing. I'm in war campaign, so there's like, you know, weird stuff. But that's why, like, it's weird trying to like be fair with Comic Hut because he has a history. It's not just he's
the thing is it feels like Phobic just posted in the chat. He said, you know, according to Cecil Jeff, used a low cost printing company that's known for catalogs and brochures. Now, again, even if let's say that is it. Let's say he really gave them the right stuff and they did that. Dude, if you raise $50,000 and you're going to shortchange your fans by going with some discount printing company that prints catalogs and brochures, even that to me is disingenuous. Even that to me says, I'm pissing on you. I don't give a shit what kind of
his Indiegogo said,
as profit as I can and spend this amount on printing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the Indiegogo, the first tier said signed, and then I'm bringing it up now. To be fair, and this is why he's getting so much heat, because it says it right here. You will receive a signed copy of Stealing Solo, written and drawn by Jeff Hicks. The book will be colored and lettered by professional talent and printed to exceed industry standards. It will be shipped in a comic-friendly mailer directly to your door. That's.
I'm trying. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because when I've seen him and I saw him doing his video, he seems like a nice guy. I'm not,
Yeah.
But even nice guys can be greedy. Even nice guys can make stupid mistakes because they see dollar signs. And, maybe he had good expectations of it. And then when it exceeded expectations, he's like, shit, I can bank on this. Let me see if I can find, a discount printing company and, and keep even more of this money. Because it does not cost that much to print a fucking comic book, dude. You know what I'm saying?
This is where I have a problem. Jesse claimed all the complaints are harassment. No, it's just like your whole movement is keeping people accountable for the end result to the consumer.
Again, I think that's a little skewed because she's his boyfriend. She's his girlfriend. You know what I mean? It's is that comment wrong? Yeah, it's just not harassment. She needs to chill with that. But at the same time,
she does the same. She does the same. Yeah, but she does the same thing about Disney, Lucasfilm, and Kathy.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I still say people.
She's not in a relationship with them. I don't know.
No.
I feel weird talking about her relationships and shit. But whatever. It's
okay. You're that fair point, Kermit. Fair point. Okay. Just so Angus knows. Oh, hey, 2nd Street. Yeah, come in here if you can. We love some 2nd Street. We love the Peanut Peddler. Hey, Daddy. Daddy, do you know 2nd Street's also a peanut peddler, Mr. Nuts?
He's a peanut peddler, Mr. Nuts.
Yeah, I forget. He has another channel. He's that's his business. He also sells nuts.
Same here.
Are you nuts? Are you related to Jimmy Carter or something? What are you?
Well, if he gets on here, we'll have him explain. But he's an all-around good guy. He does lots of stuff. Like I actually want to get some of those nuts. I'm going to check out that.
Max wants your nuts.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He wants to lick them salty balls.
Yeah, my nuts stink.
I'm going to check out his website and I might order some. Yeah. We need the peanut peddler on here. 2nd Street, get on here.
I just want to say real quick, I love Angus's outfit. You look so fast. You look so much faster.
Oh yeah. Oh, he paused.
Coming for your back hole.
Couldn't make me go upstairs and get my flash ring now.
Oh, just so Angus knows. So what I've been following Comicsgate this weekend, all the drama. One of my viewers, Kevin Street, he buys a lot of Comicsgate comics, and he got the new Earthworm Jim, and I was so impressed. I know Doug's not the most people have some issues with Doug, but I'll tell you this, he delivers great product a lot, and for the price point Kevin told me, I'm like, you got all that, and it was on time. And then I went and checked out Doug TenNaples' video showing behind the scenes at the printer, just with like the contrast of what's happening with Jeff and then going to see Doug TenNaples showing you how to. And he lists the printer. He's like, if you want to have these guys do your project, here it is. It was just amazing to me. So I don't agree with everything Doug says either, but I invited him on the show just so you know, Angus. And
I'd love to talk to Doug. He honestly, like I've never taken down my Doug videos for Bigfoot Bill because he made an amazing product.
Yes.
Like my allegiances and fandom and Comicsgate and stuff does not hinder me from being fair and balanced. Like legitimately, if I see something good, I say it. Like if I saw Knives Out, I'm not going to pay for it because of the history. But if I saw it, I'll be fair with it. If I'm like, yeah, that was great. Just didn't like the Trump shit he did, but great movie. I'll say it.
Just steal my tagline.
What?
Did you just steal my tagline? Fair and balanced.
On accident, yeah. But no, honestly, no, Doug Snaple. When I got my Bigfoot Bill, I was like, holy shit! Like this was $25. This is amazing. But the one thing I'll tell you, just as like him fulfilling, there was I think 106 unfulfilled foreign with that campaign, and it turns out he like went to the printer before because they were about to print yearbooks, and so he wanted to get in before, so he didn't realize he would get so many backers that last night with EVS. But there's this whole issue with EVS where it's like, why would you, even if you want to leave CG or something, why would you like hit someone or undercut someone that's like picked you up for no reason but being a friend? Stuff like that. That's what's weird, along with the sanctimoniousness versus the company he keeps. It's stuff like that where it's just loosey goosey. He's an amazing creator.
I don't know him still.
Earthworm Jim.
Okay. I know Earthworm Jim. Yeah,
he's one of the creators of Earthworm Jim. He's made a new comic, Bigfoot Bill, and then he also did a new Indiegogo for Earthworm Jim that's being fulfilled now.
Oh, okay.
And it
don't mind my black tongue. It's because of Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, I want some of the. You didn't bring cookies for us.
You love that big black cookie.
I can't even respond right now. I got a mouthful of fucking cookies.
Yeah, remember the 106
fucking frog did that on purpose because he knew I couldn't answer without fucking spitting cookies everywhere.
So I really hope my goals right now for Comicsgate and outside of Comicsgate, I would like to have both the Comic Book Hut and Doug on this show, not at the same time, but well, maybe the same time would be really good. maybe that way I could get Comic Book Hut on here. It's like, I'm gonna have Doug. You want to come on Comic Book Hut? But I've had good interactions with him. I respect War Campaign and their ways to meme and everything, but I also it does get to a certain point where I see someone, especially with a religious background, would be put off by it. I respect the right to do it though. I don't like some of the things Doug personally said either, but this is where we get to the same point. It's the internet. People have opinions. I think he delivers for the customer. I really do, based on what I've seen. And I'm actually jealous of Kevin Street. Shout out to Kevin Street. Go check out his video where he unboxed Earthworm Jim. I was like amazed the presentation. He even has custom boxes to make sure it gets there. There was so much.
My top tier has a custom box.
Daddy. No,
it has a custom box for it.
When would you want to talk about your novel? I don't know if you want to do that now or like in the future.
In the future, because like I said, right now the Kickstarter is over, so that's done. The book doesn't release until February, so anybody who's backed it already, but it'll be up on Amazon in February, so we can talk about it in February.
Yeah, in February, we'd love to have you on, so you could say you could get it right now on Amazon. That's great. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. Richard Ogden. I wonder if problems that Jeff and others faces because lack of experience running a business, especially when it comes to producing a product start to finish. That's a fair. Well, if it's that much money,
I've never done it. Okay. It's called research. And here's the thing. He kept talking about how he has experience in the comic book industry. I mean, he uses that as a point of reference about why you should trust him to buy his product. So come on, man.
I think part of the problem was the whole Comicsgate craze at the beginning. It was exciting for these creators that left the industry and they have so much traction and they're inviting lots of people, inexperienced people on and say, back this person. But then there's no follow through on the back, like behind the scenes to say, you need to really make sure you get this right. I mean, I know he's friends with EVS, But how when they're all, if they work together more behind the scenes instead of just on the camera, I think you got too much on camera working and not enough behind the scenes to be like, we had you on the show. What are you doing to get this right? That's my opinion. To fulfill these Indiegogos at the start with just an idea that they're not really along much.
I mean, listen, years back when Todd McFarlane and Layfield and all them left and started their own thing, they didn't have these issues. You know, I mean, it was kind of they were tired of being under Marvel and DC's yoke, so they made their own thing, and that's kind of what skyrocketed. I don't know. You know, here's the thing. If you're gonna use, I have no problem with people using inexperience as a reason. Listen, it's my first time, but you got to say that. You got to say that. Listen, hey, you know what? I fucked up. Sorry, guys. I'm an amateur. I'm just learning this shit. Bear with me. Say that. You know what I mean?
What rubbed me the wrong way is like some clips from the Neurotic stream. He's like, I took time out of my day to make this video. That's not how you respond to an angry customer. No, that's like that rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm not even if I was a backer, I would be pissed right now.
Wait, who said they're taking time out of the day? That dude, Jeff?
Yes. I think we should move on to something else, though. I don't want to just bash on him.
Let's move on to your buddy B level.
I call him boyfriend level.
I call him bitch level.
If I feel like a top, I'll call him butt level.
Oh no! Please don't. You're going to cause me more problems. He's still my brother.
You told me if I'd come on, you'd tell me I was right.
He's still my brother. I still want to work with him. I'm not going to cancel. There's been, just so B level knows, if he's watching this, more people have told me not to talk to him because it's not worth it because of this exact situation.
No, I'm not saying don't talk to him.
No. Maybe I worded that wrong. Says it's not worth the effort that someone you can never please. Lots of people have warned me that, and I'm getting that. And you can't have your expectations so high because no one's ever going to meet it. No one's ever going to meet your expectations.
I'm glad I don't know who he is.
I mean, when I've had friends like that before, you know, and I'm not saying I abandoned them as friends, but I'm brutally honest with them. If they're, you know, being like that, I'll tell them, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. All right. You need to really calm the fuck down. It's not that big of a goddamn deal. It's not. Okay. And this is why he doesn't like me. Cause he thinks like I'm a Fandom Menace sympathizer because I think this way. No, dude, you're being way too fucking neurotic about shit. It's people say things, people joke around. Not everything is you're a horrible human being, racist, misogynist, dickhead. That's not what everything is about. Some people are. The frog is. Okay, we know the frog is. But
this is the problem. He's such a literalist where like I made a meme where he's like saying something about meme whatever. So I make a video meme of I am Anakin and Helm and his crew are the younglings. I'm going to take care of them. And I also use Thanos where I'm like going to snap them out. And it's like, this is all metaphors. This is all hyperbole. It's all a joke. And he's like, why would you want to be the bad guys and this and that? And it's like, we're talking about Star Wars. Like, this has
Who didn't want to be Darth Vader, number one?
Yeah, it's like, this is Star Wars. But then he's the Fandom Menace slayer, and that's not violence. It's like, it's always you. It's always thee, not me with that guy. That's the problem.
When I got in the argument with him on his channel, because he was talking about me, what Max on that one stream, and I was talking and telling him in the comments, I'm like, the same one you were in where he was talking shit about you. I told him, I'm like, you're talking about cancer. He's like, well, I was talking about Mac or Angus or whatever. I go, no, dude, in the comment right to me at the end of it, you said, oh, you better be careful because I'll slay your movement too. Bitch. Who the fuck are you talking to? My son is probably your age.
I mean,
bruh.
If the world existed that he wants, I would be happy for it. But that world does not exist. No one is that pure. And
here's the thing. I'm not a social justice warrior, but I am kind of progressive. That's the thing that pisses me off. Okay, I am. Fuck you, Frog. I am progressive enough that I believe in LGBTQ rights. I believe in a lot of these things, but I don't believe in identity politics. That's the one thing I don't believe in, because it's like, it's just you could talk if you talk to transvestites that are over 40, over 50, even them, they're like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a generational thing. And that's where a lot of it comes. Now, there are younger people that are very conservative, but they grew up in a conservative family. So there's a polarization going on to where people that are in the middle or just left of center or right of center are caught in the middle. And we end up having to choose a side because you have no fucking choice. And I'm one of the people that refuses to. So I fight with everybody. That's what ends up happening.
Really quick, Daddy. It's funny you said that, because I remember like a year ago, I had a stream with those two bald guys who I'm going to reference to you or vice versa. They're awesome creators and reviewers, very centered, don't do any of the politics. But they're good to talk to you on streams. And I was saying, like, the problem, like, this goes back to like the 60s, because it's like we want to fly our freak flag and stuff. And it's like, cool. And there was a temperament back then, because, you're from a generation. You're the product of a generation that went to wars in Korea and Japan and Germany and stuff, and even beginnings of Vietnam maybe. But they never learned the temperament of, like, people will tolerate you, they won't accept you, and that if you want to go out of the norm, you have to accept that you're not in the norm. You chose this, and that's where we've gone haywire. Is like, you got to accept me and champion me. And I think, along with all this digital stuff, the internet, phones in our face all day and stuff, we lose the ability to communicate and have reasonable conflicts of interest with each other. It's all that together.
Yeah. And again, I look at things. I mean, guys, this is the way I look at it. When there's some off-color jokes made about transvestites or gay people or people of color, I'll look at them, and sometimes I'll kind of cringe and go, "Ooh, that was real. That was not cool." You know what I mean? But that's how I look at it. I look at it as that was bad taste. It was just some bad taste. But I'm not going to sit here and say this person needs to be fucking canceled, or this person needs to be, removed from the world, because they just have no couth. Because that's what it comes down to. They have no couth. They have no filter. They don't care who they piss off. Now, me personally, I couldn't necessarily continue to be a friend with someone like that. I'd be like, okay, dude, unless you change, stop this shit a little bit, it's kind of embarrassing. But that's it. That's where it ends for me. It doesn't go into this massive forcing people to, and they don't realize that people like Angus who come back harder, they come back harder on purpose. They are kind of trolling. It's like, oh, so you're telling me telling me I'm this, so I'm going to come back at you harder and purposely offend you now, because since you're accusing me of this shit, saying when I wasn't trying to offend you, then I might as well offend you if you're going to accuse me of it. And I get it. Not how I comport myself, but I understand why. Dude, pick a fucking puppet already.
My name is El Perro de Rover. I do not like your Fandom Menace. I am a big fan of The Last Jedi. I am not a big fan of your Kermit the Dog or your Angus.
Are you supposed to be fucking French right now?
Don't you try to discriminate against me, puto padre.
Okay, so you're speaking Spanish and have a Spanish name, but you have a French accent. That's what you're telling me right now.
Who is this imbecile? He does not even. Who does he speak for?
Who is this man? Very French.
We are American.
I do not like you in America.
Bad boy.
I'm actually a dual citizen. I have an Italian passport and an American passport.
I am part of the cartel. I own the Chihuahua gang. We do not like the wall. You take your wall down. We do not like your First Amendment.
I get to vote in Italian elections. I get a proxy voting card in the mail every year to vote in Italian elections.
Nobody cares. You only have a 300 subscriber.
Everybody who doesn't have their hand up a dog's ass cares.
It sounds like your fetish.
Well, Daddy, I think you've made a new fan, Richard Odin II. He's been a viewer of mine for a long time. He likes what you're saying. Richard, go sub to Darth Daddy on the Gray Council channel.
Yeah, go do that. I'll pop you a link in there. There you go. Bam. Link.
No, you're giving me unsubscribe.
Linkified. Don't get mad. Snow's just a little jealous. That's all. He's just a little jealous. It's okay. It's okay. He used to be the personality around here, and someone kind of took over. So he's in his feels a little right now. That's all.
My bitch of a mother was a French poodle. I do not like how you talk a shit about me.
Why? Because you're ripping off Triumph the comic insult dog's act right now. That's why.
Oh no!
I do not smoke a cigar.
I love Triumph. Don't rip off his act, man.
Actually, could Triumph still be? He doesn't do it anymore, does he?
Yes, he does. He was on Matt's. He was one of the judges on Masked Singer a couple weeks ago.
Oh wow! I would think a lot of people have problems with some of the stuff he says.
Oh God, he's fucking hilarious. I love. Who is it? What's his name? Robert Smigel.
Yeah,
I think is the guy's name. Oh, he's fucking hilarious.
Christy, who I want to have on the show soon. This is why I stepped away from Twitter. People take shit too seriously. I made my live stream earlier, and then I was like, I got to get out before the workout. So I had stuff planned. I do still have some things planned. Maybe we should talk about go into episode 5 of The Mandalorian. You did a whole breakdown, Daddy, so maybe you could go first. What do you? I didn't watch your breakdown yet, so I have no idea if you liked it or not.
Bitch.
I just didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
I watched your little freak out video before this one. Why'd you watch my shit?
Oh, man? You didn't comment on it?
Because I was going to be in here. I knew I was going to be here.
Okay. Cool. My freak out video.
I like. Yeah, you're a little freaked out. I got to get on. I got to live stream about this because I'm tired of people.
Well, anyway. I was just so you know what was in my head. I left the weekend free for these guys to collab. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he did a different stream, which is fine. But then they're commenting like crazy on my video, going back and forth. I'm like, then let's just talk about it. Why are you commenting crazily on my video?
It's because it's the same people who go 10 years back in someone's Twitter history and say they need to be fired from so-and-so company because 10 years ago they said this and that. Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's why.
So that's why. Okay? That's why I got pissed. I'm like, you didn't have time to collab this weekend. You made a video, and now you're constantly going after my guests on my channel in the comments section. Which shout out to Megs. She's taking a little break from the internet. She was not feeling well, but I want to also give Megs our love. We value her in the community. So maybe go when someone could get a chance, put Meg's channel up and say, hey, we love you, Megs. We hope you come back soon. Or if not, we hope you're doing okay.
Hail Megs!
Yeah. And Megs is very unhappy. She gonna run out to buy the Geeks and Gamers. I like Geeks and Gamers. They're a good group of people. How they gang up on other YouTubers. I think that's funny.
Oh no. Where is Second Street? YouTube beef. Yeah, you're missing all this Second Street. But you were you liked episode 5, Darth Daddy?
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I know some people were complaining about how, nothing progressed in this. Well, not every episode is going to progress the plot, okay? But what I saw from it, and this is what I enjoyed, it was fan service, but it was well-placed fan service. It wasn't contrived. It wasn't fan service just for fan service. You know what I mean? It showed you, because one thing we don't know is how was the Star Wars universe just after the Empire fell, except for some novelizations. We do have some novelizations in that. But we're seeing here what the universe looks like after the fall of the Empire. And we're looking at a different perspective of it because we're going to see it in different areas to where you see, we think about, the story, they freed everyone. Everyone's supposed to be happy. The Republic's back, happy ending, just like you see in movies. But no, you see people who, they wanted the Empire gone, but are they much better under the Republic? You know what I mean? You see Tatooine used to have Jabba the Hutt and they were the hive of scum and villainy in the center of the underworld. And after Leia killed Hutt and all that stuff happened, the Bounties Guild doesn't even work out of there anymore. So I think it gives you a good exposition. It shows you what's going on in the universe. You know what I mean? And I think that's just as important as progressing the plot to set that scene for you, that it's not just this bubble universe of the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. And I think we'll go into spoilers too. One of the major complaints was that it doesn't go anywhere or set up future storylines. There's an end scene right at the end where someone checks on. Oh, we lost Darth Daddy.
Good. Padre, cerrado la boca. You talk too much.
All right. Where they show where she. Oh, here he is again.
Yeah, that was weird. Your stream chat just like the appeared on me, and then it wanted me to log in, and then it kicked me out.
Oh, sorry about that.
You see, he's still talking. He'd never stop.
He was talking. He was talking the whole time where he was off the stream.
That's right. That's right.
He's like a Chevy Cathy doll. He keep pulling his own string.
That's why I'm the lung, man. So I'm the lung.
Well, the scene at the very end that they alluded to, someone either checked on the Ming Was. Is that her name? I forget the actress's name.
Yeah.
You talking about the Asian broad?
Yes. Thanks, Kermie. Thanks, Kermie.
Fennec Shand.
You're a racist.
He just spit on you, Kermie.
Hey, we're gonna need some spit to get this job done.
Oh, great.
Now you're talking as sexual. I hope that there is a large dyke that comes in, a lesbian girl, and she takes over the Mandalorian and kicks his ass and takes all his armor. I think that'd be great.
You're just helping me so much with B-level, you guys. Thank you so much right now. Oh my!
He was talking about a big dam. You know.
Okay.
Why is B-level a transgender?
I believe he is.
I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't care.
I think he's
whatever he is perfectly capable to live his life however he pleases.
Right. I don't.
Angus. What is it called when you have both? Is it a hermaphrodite?
Oh no.
Wow. Here we go.
What is that? Can you tell me?
That's called some confusing shit. That's what that's called.
A lot, you goddamn puppets. This is exactly what they're gonna. I'm gonna get bitched at so bad.
This is exactly when the Padme gif, the Padme meme.
Right? Stop
You're going down a road I cannot follow.
Right. Stop. I cancel you both.
I'm reserving myself.
Yeah, I do.
I'm trying to help you.
B-level, do you see Angus? He's behaving. It's the goddamn puppets.
It's not about but that's the issue. That's the thing. What he wants is everything is they want people to act. Meaning, when you see it, you need to call them out. If you're just basically
stop the stream right now.
If you're not saying something, then you're enabling it and you're allowing it to perpetuate. So that's the issue that they have like that you need to stand up for it and say it's wrong. No, I'll just say you're being a douche and then move on. That's it. That's all we got to do.
These people, they have no sense of humor. They do not know how to laugh. You got to have a sense of humor.
You douchey puppet.
When somebody wants to cut your dick off, I stand up and say, no, that's wrong, buddy.
Okay.
So if you have both, I tell you, go fuck yourself. And you mean it literally.
Well, it's kind of hard to laugh at a Spanish dog that speaks like Pepe Le Pew.
You race shame me again.
I spit on you. I spit on you.
Okay,
you're racist.
Let's talk about Star Wars. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Mandalorian, episode 5.
Right.
Ming-Na.
Phobitic Xeno, Ming-Na's costume was sick. Yes, it was. Do you think this is the end of her? Do you think she was really gone?
I'm not sure.
Right. I don't think so.
We're kind of a weird situation there.
I think
didn't the guy shoot her in the pussy?
Oh God!
Here we go.
Here we go.
You know, I could actually cancel you off the stream.
Oh.
I could do that. I could do. Puppets, behave! Please behave, puppets.
He's trying to get you demonetized before you get monetized.
You're killing that.
Stop typing, Kevin, or what was his name? He was Angus.
Terry.
Terry, stop typing. Terry, stop typing. Stop typing. Puppets, behave. Puppet, stop typing.
Stop the fudge.
Stop this fudge.
I'm just
Why
gonna
does he
eat,
not like the fudge? What is
cookie, you
wrong
guys.
with the fudge?
What you do on your own time is fine with me. Stop the typing fudge and all this crap.
Me gusta fudge.
Let's talk about Mandalorian.
Oh.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh god.
The strange figure that came. You were talking about the strange Ming-Na characters being dead. Fennec Shan is dead, and the other figure comes up. A lot of people think it's Boba Fett. I don't. If you really look at the boots on my breakdown, I kind of show them. It's Grief Karga.
Okay.
It's not Boba Fett or
No, I think
it's anything crazy.
I think it's the Gus Fring, whatever his character's name is from
Moff Gideon
Gustavo from Breaking Bad. I think it's him.
It could be. I said that I was talking when I was on my stream earlier today. I don't think it is, just because if you look at him, he's a very polished, dressed Moff. The clothes you saw coming up was more of a rough bounty hunter look. It was another hunter, and I think it looked really like Grief Karga's book. I mean, it could be Moff Gideon. I mean, I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. It just
it's
doesn't
not a
look
Moff.
to me.
No, it's not a Moff. Is it Rose Tico? Is the greatest Star Wars character ever made. They bring her on this show, and she gonna take over and be the hero. I love her, Rose Tico.
I know she's probably, you know, when during the Mandalorian, she's probably about 5 years old or something. Right?
I know.
Baby Rose.
I do not care.
Baby Rose.
She's a strong woman.
Baby Rose is the way to make Rose a more popular character.
And she is a strong woman, even at 5.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I love strong women.
Yeah,
especially the lesbian ones.
Oh my god!
With purple hair. When they have the purple hair, it shows how strong they are.
Hey,
just like the Holdo.
I have purple hair gel. I like purple hair, and I like the color purple. Fuck you.
I am not interested in your offer. No, thank you. No glasses.
No, I know you'd rather have a whole hand up there than a finger. I'm sorry.
No chinga. No chinga. No chinga way.
Oh boy.
No chinga way. Not interested in a gordito blanco.
Now, speaking of Filoni,
he just called me fat. You know that?
No, I said Filoni.
See.
No, the dog called me fat. He called me gordito. He just called me fat.
See.
And white, I think he said.
Oh my god!
I said cannoli. You're Italian.
Yeah, cannoli, buddy.
Muppets Unhinged. That's a good idea for a series. I think that's what we. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all should go on Ewoks Unhinged and take it over.
Nobody watches that show.
You see, it's so hot that Trinity doesn't want to get his peanut peddler nuts on the stream. He's avoiding the stream. So the CJH says he would hop on. I actually had more people that are supposed to come on. That's the only reason I didn't send you the links, CJH. So I'm still holding out hope for Trinity, that peanut peddler. But you see, when it gets hot, he stays out the kitchen. He doesn't want to be on it.
He doesn't want his nuts in this fudge.
Oh yeah.
What is wrong with the fudge?
Do you blame him?
Well, Darth Daddy, he's representing. He's not afraid.
I'm not scared.
Right.
Shit doesn't scare me.
Beyond, I like Ming-Na's character. I like Dave Filoni. A lot of people, because Filoni directed it, were ready to hate it. I did not like this episode, though. Is my least favorite of the season. I like seeing Tatooine. I could not stand the guy that was sitting in Han Solo's seat. I could not stand that character. I don't know why the Mandalorian would want anything to do with him. He was so cheesy.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was it's like Finn and some of the humor and they fly now. Like there's all this modern humor. The only thing modern I can remember in 1 through 6 Star Wars was when Han Solo's like, "See you in hell," when he rides the Tauntaun out of the Hoth base. And even then, you could argue it works that they have hell. It's just it's a current word, but it translates. You can argue that. But like Finn feels modern, some of his humor in the series and stuff, and the like throwing the saber over your arm. Like there's just this plague I feel of modern humor. Like Baby Yoda, the 3 times where he hits the button, the 3rd time he just like stares at him and hits it. And it's like, that's not Star Wars. It's funny. Like I laugh.
I love. Come on, I love that.
It's like
here. No, hold on. Think about the whole interaction between Han and Leia throughout the first 2 movies. It was complete. Not Star Wars. It was a complete the way people act in the 80s when a guy's trying to hit on a girl and stuff. There was no sci-fi feel to that. You know what I mean? He did. I love you. I know. I mean, it's come on.
Okay, you would say that in normal life, though. It became a phrase because it's uncommon.
Hey guys, I got a dip. I got my work calling me. I'm sorry to run out.
That's all right. It's probably for the best. See?
Yeah,
wow.
probably.
No, Kirby. I'm sorry. That was a joke.
It's okay. The frog's actually liberal. He had a Mac in the background. Come on.
You run off the frog.
Have Macs in the background.
No,
I think that's funny.
Kermie is always welcome on this channel, even though he brings heat on me. He's still a great guy. He's just edgy. He's a comedian. So if he's doing that, maybe everything doesn't land all the time, but it's not for me to judge. If you have a problem with him, take it up yourself. That's what I say.
Or you just don't support him. If you do not like his content, you don't have to support him. But that is what he is. He's a comedian. He makes jokes.
Yes.
Some you think is funny. Some you think is racist.
He wants to push the boundaries. So
listen, Netflix even gave Arsenio Hall a comeback special. So
yeah,
everyone's a comedian nowadays.
and they do improv, which is hard. Improv is hard, especially on YouTube. There's no erase button, so sometimes everything doesn't land all the time. You got to he's trying out material. No. What did you think, Daddy? What did you think of that character, though? The one that
I didn't mind Toro.
Okay.
I thought he was kind of. I liked it. But I already knew that he was going to be a one-off character, so it didn't bother me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If he was going to be like his sidekick for like the rest of the season and all next season, then I'd be like, okay, hold on, come on. I don't need this. But
sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. He was a one-off character. I knew he wasn't going to last.
I was actually going to do a John Campea game over under that Ming Na's character is still alive. And I would go first. I would say I think 60% over 50 that she is still alive, and that this was more to establish her as a character in the series and who she's working for.
I think so too, just because she's such a spectacular actress. I don't see you bringing her in for like that just for a character that only has about 3 minutes of screen time and dies. I think she's gonna come back or was injured or something. I love the actress. I think she's spectacular. So I think it's a coin flip. She was Agent May in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I never watched that.
Or they might have her like a cliffhanger for season 2 or something. I think she's coming back. That's my
He's
thought.
probably gonna this is how I see it. It's Grief Karga who finds her, and he's gonna rehabilitate her and hire her to take out Mando because she's a top-notch assassin.
So Angus, what do you think? Over 50% she'll come back or under?
Oh, under. I think she's actually dead. I think it was just like a good casting choice, and that they actually had balls and aren't relying on this name, this cloud of a actress to keep going. Like it was just she's here for this episode, now she's gone.
Okay.
You're such a pessimist, Angus.
I'm not being pessimist. I just think she's actually gone. Like, I think it actually is positive to not rely on a name.
I'm talking about you saying you just brought her in as a name to keep the series going, like they needed.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like they had like a big name, so there's like some interest, and then it's like, oh no, like we actually took a chance and aren't going to like.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of big names. The one who played the mechanic, Pelly. That was oh god, her name escapes me now. But she was on Strangers with Candy and a lot of stuff. She's a big name too. There's a lot of I mean, they got freaking Werner Herzog, man. Come on, they got a lot of talent.
I do not like this show. I believe they should call it the Mandalorian. That the way he can make a love to his ship We need a good, strong relationship with the Mando and his ship, and I want to see that. I want to see him make love to his ship. And
I bet you would.
Wait,
it's a Mandalorian.
He's literally shipping him with a ship.
Yes.
Hey,
the show needs to be more woke. More woke. It's too masculine.
I was thinking of 2 topics for an idea for a video saying kink is canon, and also, is anyone find it a big coincidence that Lando's finally back in the sequel trilogy, and then C-3PO has to have his memory wiped?
I hope a C-3PO has a sexual relations too. Maybe with the Poe.
Richard Odin, he just put it. Amy Sedaris, that's her name. Yeah, Amy Sedaris.
Yes. I want to see an orgy with the C-3PO and Rey and the Poe. And to put the F.A.N in there too. That'd be very warm. Very diversity.
Sub Money is asking if we want to see an R-rated Star Wars movie. I don't think
that would be R-rated. That'd be very good.
I don't think so. For me, I mean, like how Angus says that the way they were acting modern doesn't work in Star Wars. I think the same situation. I think R-rated is just, it doesn't work. I think it doesn't work.
I hope a Rose Tico beats the Emperor. A Rose Tico needs to win. She is the new Skywalker.
I think rated R could work in the sense of like a John Wick style, just being more graphic with like the carnage, not using rated R to be like edgy in the sense of, you know, like being risque or something where it's like, hey, it's rated R because we're going to a brothel. Guess what we're going to do? Like that would be a problem, but I don't think they would ever do rated R with Star Wars being at Disney. I don't think they would even with Lucas, or if he left and gave it to Fox or Universal. I just I think the property is so universal age-wise that they don't want to hinder. But I personally would love to see that. I'd love to see like an Asajj Ventress or like a Vader, like a Maul, like a Night Sisters movie that was rated R for like the carnage. But they won't do it.
Yeah, but even like the carnage, if you think about it, they were kind of brilliant with it, the way Lucas and everyone came up with it, because there's these lightsabers that they could cut people up, but because they're laser, it literally cauterizes everything. So it's like no blood and gore anyway. You know what I mean? When you're talking about Force users and lightsaber users, there's not much gore. I mean, we saw Darth Maul get cut in half and fall down. You know what I mean? You see that. I don't know. I just don't think carnage would add anything of value to it.
Well, I mean, think of something like if you were caught in a cave of like multiple Wampas or something, you know, like a squad of rebels building the base on Hoth or something. And it's like, oh, fuck, there's Wampas here. Oh, shit. You know, something like that. You know, you could really go like the Vader scene in Rogue One, but like really go hard with it. But that would be the only utilization I could see with rated R for Star Wars to like maintain and not just go completely away from.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see it. I see how it could be implemented. I just don't think it adds anything of value to it.
Oh yeah, I agree. It would be like some fan service for people like me. You know, it's like
no.
Department, so they're not going to cater me that way. I'm fine with it. It's not like a huge thing for me. It's like a film fantasy. That'd be cool, but I'm okay.
No.
I mean, you know, here's the thing with me. I'm a Star Wars fan, and period. I'm going to watch anything that has a Star Wars attached to it. Mm-hmm. That's what it's going to come down to. I'll have my criticisms afterwards. I hated The Last Jedi. I tried watching it again the other day because I'm like,
Last Jedi is the greatest Star Wars movie ever made.
Let me give it another chance.
I want to give it another chance again. El Perro, the Rover. You're asking.
I am not wrong. Ryan Johnson is a genius.
I'll kick you right off. I'll kick you right off this stream.
He killed that. He made that Luke Skywalker look like a chump, and that's what he deserves. Luke Skywalker is a punk, and that's what he gets.
I can't even. I mean, I think it's the worst Star Wars movie ever made.
Yeah.
No, he is the greatest.
I can't say it's the worst movie ever made because it's like I'm fans of other things. I grew up with Transformers, and you know, I mean, they destroyed my Transformers. So you know, I mean, to me, I think they did work. They hurt the Transformers franchise with some movies they made more than The Last Jedi hurt Star Wars. You know what I mean? So I think it's my least favorite and worst Star Wars film ever made. But
no,
overall, it's not like the worst movie ever made. Period.
No. Last Jedi is the only Star Wars movie.
You can have it. You could have all the copies.
You do not know a great movie when you see one. You need to watch it again. You remember the Holdo maneuver. It is the greatest maneuver ever made.
Oh, actually, Darth Daddy and everyone on the panel and everyone in the chat, I talked to Ivan, who did the Last Jedi cut, which you could watch on BitChute. So I would like us all, I don't know if Darth Daddy could come back or not, but watch the cut and discuss it on the next episode, or maybe towards the end of the year. So we get everyone's, I haven't watched his cut yet, but before the Rise of Skywalker, it might be interesting to revisit it that way, see someone else's perspective. I don't know if you'd be up for that, Daddy, but I'm also asking the rest of my viewers. And
you know, you're talking about Ivan, the one who had his channel like disappeared from him, the one who does all the edits for the stuff.
Yeah, you can watch it on
Mexican.
BitChute for free on your computer. He's
a helpful Mexican. He's a Mexican Iodar.
So I'm interested to see it. I haven't watched The Last Jedi for a long time because I couldn't stomach it. But I want to see it to see what his take is on it with his edits, what he did.
I'm just imagining Max seeing Last Jedi like in the theater with the Dr. Doom mask, and he's just like repeatedly throwing up through his mask and like his popcorn.
me and my wife had a fight right after because I was like, oh, that was horrible, and she's like, you ruin everything for me. And I'm like,
he's like Sam Kinison at the movie theater. Am I aging myself with Sam Kinison?
I know Sam Kinison. Yeah.
So maybe I know.
So we had a fight right after. She's like, stop talking. I liked it. I don't want to talk about it with you. And that's where I really went hard on my YouTube channel because I wanted to talk to people about it. The Last Jedi. Something else plans I have besides that, watching The Last Jedi Ortega cut. We are trying to put together fandom awards, just like the Oscars. Lots of people actually have problems with the Oscar results and put up polls on Twitter. So I was thinking if you have any interesting categories that we could have, maybe highlighting YouTubers or something. We'll have the typical best picture and stuff where fans can vote for themselves. This will be the first year. It's a little disorganized this year, but hopefully by next year we'll get it more planning. So if you have any ideas like best fan film or something like that, best new YouTuber, Darth Daddy, you might be eligible to be voted on.
I should just have every award. Dude.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, come on.
Who is this Padre?
Most handsome, sexiest voice.
Okay.
You know, I just best beard.
All right.
His voice is good. Kermit the Log.
Well, something we could do is vote on councils. There's a Jedi Council. There's a War Council. There's a Gray Council. We'd be up against you, Daddy. In that category, the best council on YouTube. Yeah, and let the fans decide. Maybe they'll go with the Gray.
That kind of unfair for me since my channel's not even a month old yet.
Hey, you have till the end of the year.
Thanks for that extra 2 weeks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Get Josh back on and bring it hard. He actually going to be on either next Sunday or following. Oh, cool, cool. I'm looking forward to that.
He'll be back on. He just got back from vacation, and stuff. So we got some stuff moving.
Okay, so that's one. I thought of it. Best Star Wars YouTube show. I know I'm not going to win. Let's see. Best fan film. Best Star Wars fan film. Did the Vader one come out this year?
Yeah.
I thought it came out at the end of last year.
It did?
I think it was the very beginning of this year. Wasn't it like February or March this year that it came out?
No, I'm pretty sure it came out like December, and then like it had like a big following for like a month, and then he had the copyright in like January.
Okay.
So I know he had that whole slowdown because he had to go through Disney and all this other rigmarole just to get it made, and they were giving him a hard time.
Crowdfund him. I remember hearing about it from Geeks and Gamers actually, where he was trying to crowdfund like $1 million for it, and then they're like, "You can't do that." So he's like, "Hey, buy my merch."
Right. I no, but I like the guy. I think he's pretty upfront and honest, and he's pretty he's a fan. You know, I mean, there's not many of all the people I've seen. I'm hard pressed to say there's anyone who's more of a fan of Star Wars than he is. You know what I mean? He's up there.
Good point.
This says December 2018.
Okay. Maybe we'll. I guess we can't include it. I'm sorry, but maybe we'll do best YouTube fan group, just to be fair. You show how fair I am, because if I put the Menace there, they're gonna win.
Wait a minute. No, now I gotta ask, because I've been wondering this question. Sorry to interrupt you, Max. This is for Angus, I guess. What the hell is the difference between the Fandom Menace and the Fandom Collective? Because it seems like it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would say the Collective is an extension of the Menace. We are like the root of the name came from like for me, like just kind of coining like Fandom Menace Phase 2. Because me, Rookie Critic, Jeff the Iron Wolf, we streamed together and we did so well. I was like, dude, I love this. Can't wait to like build this. We need to like really rally and be like Fandom Menace Phase 2. But that was too wordy and stuff. So we just wanted like a label. So then we were spitballing for like a month. We kind of compromised on Fandom Collective. And we're here to like platform small people, since we know the ropes. We know what it's like trying to get seen and stuff. We're here to like give you a leg up if we think you have value. We'll tweet your stuff out if you want to follow and stuff, the Twitter page. And if you got something to submit, if we think it's good enough quality, we'll put it on the channel. I actually got one coming up soon about the Mandalorian helmets and what it means for fandom potentially. It's a small video, but it's fun. And it's been a while since I've uploaded a video on there. But I would say with all of the, I see the comments everywhere. On big and small channels. I see them here on, you could argue anti-Fandom Menace. I don't think Max is truly anti-Fandom Menace. I think he came for the core. I think he has a lot of overlap with Fandom Menace, but he's like grown distant from the current trends. Collective, in my view, and I'm only speaking for myself, of the 5 founding fathers total, I feel that regardless of whatever trends happen in the Fandom Menace with the bigs or the perception, we're here to sustain, just like War Campaign with comic skate ideals, we're here to sustain those ideals. That's why I'm here with Max. That's why I'm open to talking to someone like B-Level or Dark Synovia or you, even though we have a lot of overlap. We're here to sustain what rallied us together, where it's like we like these ideals of, we're here for escapist entertainment. Let's not make it political. Let's try to, be unifying, and let's have discussions with people that we're having some sort of, or maybe major conflict of interest or agreement, whatever, disagreements. So that's kind of the gist of the Fandom Collective. There's some confiscate overlap in our ranks, but it's mainly just Fandom Menace, like Star Wars, Marvel, that kind of thing.
And I'm not saying this to pick on you, but it sounds like it's just like a new chapter of a motorcycle gang. That it's like you got the main chapter that handles all the big drug deals and everything, and if you make a new chapter, it's like we're gonna, take care of the more legit stuff. And
well, they're more supportive of small YouTubers.
Yeah, no, I see that. They're the gatekeepers, and help bringing them in, because the big guys, and regardless of what side you're on, I know it's just like, because to be honest with you, it's unofficially, without saying that's what we're doing, but it's kind of like what I'm trying to do with Josh and what Josh is trying to do with me. You know what I mean? He has his channel and he started this movement with the Gray Order, and he's doing what he's doing over there, and he doesn't necessarily have time. Like, let's say Jeremy doesn't have time to entertain all these people that want to come in and be a part of it and this, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of the same thing, to where I'll be like that gatekeeper, entry gate kind of thing for people in the Gray Order, along with other people that come in. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
You and me are kind of like Jesus. No one gets to the Father except through me. I
wouldn't go that far. I don't look at Josh like God. Like, I mean, if you think Jeremy's God, okay.
Only the author does. Only the author.
No, I'm an atheist, but I'm cool with Christian ideals and stuff. I
use God with a lowercase g, not a big.
I use a lot of the analogies from the Bible. Like, it sticks. They work.
I thought you were Mormon. You completely fooled me.
Wow, I thought I was Mormon.
Richard says there's another fan film coming out in 4 days. I did not know that. I'm looking forward to it. Is it? It's not Star Wars Theory though, right?
No, I know. I saw he did an update on it where he's like, the next one he needs to raise about $250,000. So whenever that comes in, that's when he's going to do it. So it's not that one.
The CGH says he's got to go. Sorry I couldn't have you on today, brother. It's just I sent lots of links out and anyone could pop in. Although I think some people didn't want to come on to see the conversation. And I know you're going to go hard on B-level, the CGH. That's honestly the reason I didn't bring you on. Because I don't want to deal with I went hard on him early. I don't want to be dogpiling.
But you brought me in thinking that I wouldn't?
I didn't know if you I didn't know. I didn't
No, you brought me in because you know I would, but you also know that I have some restraint if I need
right,
to.
right. If I ask you, you'll stop. Hopefully. It's Richard Odin says it's called Star Wars Origins. I'm really looking forward to that. That could be on the list. I don't know if you'd actually want to be involved in that too, Darth Daddy. Just create some polls and we'll share them. If you the Grey Council could think of something you want to contribute to the Fandom Awards, best something like similar to the Oscars, or it could be YouTube related or Star Wars related. I think another one would be best thing for Star Wars in 2019, talking about the Mandalorian versus the game versus Rise of Skywalker would be a great category. What was the best thing for Star Wars this year? That's a good one, I think.
Oh, that one's easy. Everyone's gonna say Mandalorian.
You don't know that for sure. People really by the end of the season, we don't know that for sure. We don't.
In the next 2 weeks.
No, I mean, people did not. There was not a genuine consensus that episode 4 and 5 were great. And then
I talked about this earlier too. We can't look at it as individual episodes.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But the perception now today, this is the internet. It could change like a dime. Maybe Rise of Skywalker will actually surprise people and hit it out of the park. I don't think so. But
TC Mandalorian said category for best prostate massage. My girlfriend gives some pretty good prostate massages. I'm gonna be straight up honest there. She's a champ. That's
great.
Champ.
Speaking of which,
give her a hand, guys.
Actually, go sub to Darth Daddy because he promises a big game if you get him to 1,000 subs. He's not fronting. He said, and he's not forcing her to do anything. She decided to do this on her own.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll pop that link back up again. Bam.
Yeah, she will come on to your stream, right? Or your video.
She'll be coming. No, we'll record it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. And I will be waiting first in line for that episode. Yeah, she'll do it. She started saying, okay, if I'm going to do this though, she goes, I'm going back on my diet. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I don't force you to do on diet. I think you look great. I think you look great as it is, but she wants to do it. I'm like, all right, cool. Do it. We'll buy the Leia costume. We'll go on with it. I was thinking that or Twi'lek, but Twi'lek is just too much work. A little too much work, a little too much body painting going on. She's like, but that might be fun. I'm like, that's a lot of work for me. Do all that.
Hold on a second. Can you guys think of any categories that would be interesting? We have a few here. I wanted to get a couple more. Could think of anything?
I think the dog checked out on us.
Yeah, he might be preparing for the after party.
I'm watching the Origins trailer real quick.
Oh, okay, that's what everyone's doing.
That's a great timing, Angus. Great timing. That's what we needed you to do. That's right now in the middle of the discussion.
Well, I could try to
the conversation with the fan film stuff. I didn't even know about this. So
yeah, I'm talking to Flipped Out. Flipped Out likes to do things more organized than this madness. So I announce shit all the time, and he's like, "Well, let's get it right and plan it out."
Well, he's not feeling good today. I wanted to talk to him earlier today.
I'm gonna maybe talk to him Tuesday about what we could do to make it really cool. And Darth Daddy, you should actually follow the Fandom Collective on Twitter. They have a lot of followers, and they'll tweet out your channel and videos. Get you some more engagement. They will.
Are you asking me like to sell my soul to the devil right now? Is that what you're asking?
No, they're good guys. They're good guys. They're not. They support up and comers, and they'll get you every retweet helps on a video. You know
no. I just.
They have like almost like 2,500 or 3,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
They're all active YouTubers, so maybe other YouTubers don't know about you.
I mean, come on. I followed Angus. Why wouldn't I follow him?
Yeah, you followed that anus. Best streaming show, maybe? I don't know. What have you? I actually was watching a show right before this. Living with Myself on Netflix was kind of interesting. Oh. I don't think it's the best, but it was. That is my dream, is to have a copy of me so I could send him to work. And I could
that was me and my girlfriend watched it. That was a trippy fucking series, man.
Is that the one with Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
I've watched about half of it, and then I found Ozark and I binged it in 2 days because I was doing meth.
You never watched Ozark?
No, I did. I binged it. Yeah, I hadn't seen it.
You just watched it now.
Recently.
You said.
Yeah. I just recently watched it. Yeah, it was always in my radar. I got so much stuff to watch. That was a great
show too.
Yeah, it's great to see Jason Bateman in a role as like a lead. He was good in The Gift, but he hasn't really had like a take charge role. He's just kind of like I'm kind of just pissed off, but I'm like sarcastic, funny. You know, that's always his role.
Yeah,
it's very typecasty type of humor, which I like. I like his humor, but it's all like I was watching Hancock the other day for the first time, and I didn't mind it. I liked it. And then, but it's very comparable to like him and Paul. You know, it's just like he's got that same shtick. So it's good to see him, expanding. Like, wow, he's got this in him. It's just like,
I've seen him in other stuff through the years. He's done. It's just he's very underrated. And you just don't see it that often. But I think he's really great. I've always loved Jason Bateman. I mean, everyone knows him just because of Arrested Development. And that's the nowadays what people. I remember him from Hogan Family or whatever the fuck it was back in the 80s and 90s when he was a kid on a sitcom. But he's a really good actor. I do enjoy seeing him stuff, and he's sarcastically good, for humor, and he's also good as sarcastic for a serious drama like he was in Ozark.
I keep being. Everyone's telling me Ozark's a great series. I did not watch it yet.
Oh, you should
It's worth your time, buddy.
Yeah, I feel like Breaking Bad. This is kind of more of a technical aspect. Breaking Bad. Yeah, it's really good. And it's not so much like moral dilemma necessarily for the character. So you're not like as an audience, you're not really conflicted of like you're looking back and like, wait, I'm rooting for this guy, even though he keeps like degrading morally. That's kind of interesting parallel, I would say.
I had some funny stuff planned for this. I haven't been in the mood to do it. Honestly, the thumbnail for this video too is because I'm all about my thing is the Fandom Alliance Network and Fan. So also for the Fandom Awards, I thought it would be fun if you won a fanny, and then also fannies are funny. Can't we laugh at fannies? Is that against the rules?
No. I'm not saying we can laugh at it. I'm just saying that was some lazy humor there, buddy.
No.
That was some lazy humor.
I love it.
But you didn't hear everything yet. So like for a review, I'm going to post a poll where people can vote on Rise of Skywalker on a poll either on Twitter or on my video. And the top number 5, is it America's ass? Captain America? Number 1 is a flat granny fanny. And someone decided, I think Trinity said, well, what about Captain Marvel? And I'm like, well, that is kind of the granny fanny. That's not good taste.
There's not. It's very poor taste, man.
Okay.
Very poor taste, especially seeing Brie Larson is severely lacking a fanny. So that's just in poor taste.
Okay. But if we can't laugh at people's fannies, what can we laugh at?
I'm saying the poor girl doesn't have a butt. You shouldn't.
Right. If Captain America was that wouldn't be the Captain America if he had that one.
America. Yeah. Here, I did put it on Twitter. Let's let everybody see my girlfriend in a Catwoman costume since.
Yeah. We got time for that anytime.
Oh,
there you go.
See, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in a Princess Leia costume.
Get those 1K subs, everybody. What do you think of the chat? Think of that.
By the way, my steampunk costume there, everything you see me wearing, not the clothes, but the gear, I handcrafted all of those.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, handcrafted leather. I made the holster for the gun, the bracer. I actually curved, bent, and acid etched the brass and the leather bracer underneath it. The goggles I made. Yeah.
Oh, Snowdub is pimping his war party after the stream, so that's what he's preparing for. We can't forget about that. So everyone's going to jump over after we're done here. There's a lot of no-shows for tonight. I'll tell you that. Oh no, your cause.
Where do you? No, hold on. I don't know. He says, "Is she wearing a strap-on?" Which a strap-on is a false penis. Okay, let me ask you a question. Other than the one on your forehead, where do you see a penis anywhere in that picture? That's a tail out of the back and a whip in her hand. There's no dick there, other than me when I'm in a pissed off mood.
Yeah, he's just jealous.
Very jelly right now, my friend. Very jelly.
Look serious.
Look serious. Why so serious?
All right, and then I was gonna let me see what else I had planned. I was still trying to work on zero news, but news, fake news, or zero news. And I'll read some titles of some YouTube vids, and you guys decide what it is. I've included lots of different creators here. Rise of Skywalker test screening disaster. Lucas to the rescue. Is that news, fake news, or zero news? You think?
How are we supposed to know if it's news or fake news? Like,
your opinion. It doesn't have to.
Yeah, well, this is just saying it's your opinion. Do you think? Yeah.
Do you think it's legit, or is it just clickbait?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It sounds clickbaity.
I agree.
Do you think it's fake news or actually a zero news?
I think I've seen a headline like that with zero, but I don't. I think it's just fake.
I think it's we'll put in fake.
Okay. The Rise of Skywalker leaks are woke garbage. Star Wars Episode 9. News, fake news, or zero news?
Are you quoting Angus's videos now?
Who knows? You have to answer.
I don't make those videos. I just react and laugh and meme the thumbnails.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Angus.
Okay.
I think you might actually be surprised at this one.
Okay.
What's your answer?
That's not zero news because I haven't seen zero.
Let's go fake.
Fake, yeah.
It's actually zero news.
That's
Mike Zero has gone full menace.
No way. I've never seen news or anything like that.
That's why I picked that one.
No, Darth Daddy, I don't know if you're aware, but the only time I've said woke that I can recall in my videos was recently when I reviewed episode 4 of Mandalorian. I said, whatever, and I'm like, not woke.
I'm gonna fuck with you just because you're on that side, right?
Of course,
you're the resident Fandom Menace, so I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, no, I get it. What I try to tell people, like, there's a small channel I found, like, like, I like what y'all are doing. Like, what made you find us? Like, well, I look up Fandom Menace every day, and I try to find, not people crying about us with just like anecdotal feelings, but like legitimate criticism that they could have a conversation. And I'm like, well, it's like, there's things I agree with, but like, don't judge everyone in the group just because it's the bigs and, arguable clickbait,
Yeah. Obviously that's why I talk to you guys. I have my criticisms with Jeremy's channel. He's the most visible, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean there's a lot of people, in the gray order Discord that were Fandom Menace followers. You know what I mean? You can't. It's like I said before, when you polarize a fan base, polarize anything like that, you get the people in the middle that feel they have to choose a side, and they end up choosing the side that seems to offend them the least. even if they don't agree with everything. You know what I mean? So that's what ends up happening. That's all. So no, I'm cool with that. I'm not one of those people that think just because someone says they're Fandom Menace that they're all like that.
Cool. So this is my last thing. I had other ones planned, but we've gone a little bit late, and I want to get to Snow Dub. So this is the last segment, and then I'm going to do a stream hop over to Snow Dub's channel. I don't know if Daddy can make it or not. Whatever. He might have some guest plan too. I'm not sure what he's planning. So we're going to fit. Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah, it might be too late for you. I'm not sure.
I mean, I got a little bit left, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to finish this segment and then hop right over. So Snow Dub, please have your war party ready, and let's see what the puppets have planned. Okay, so Rise of Skywalker is Game of Thrones Season 8 all over again. Is that news, fake news, or zero news?
Fake.
I have to lean towards fake. Because I can't take hyperbolic statements as real. So literally everything you probably say at me, I'm going to say is fake news or zero news. But I get what they're getting at because I'm a Game of Thrones fan and I'm a fantasy fan, and I wasn't happy with the last season. But it had nothing to do with the reason why people aren't happy with Star Wars. It had to do completely with Benioff and Weiss just didn't give a shit and wanted to be done with it, and that's what pissed me off. And as a fantasy fan, they literally came out in an interview after it was all over and said that we just wanted to get it done. And we decided to take out most of the fantasy elements in it because it wasn't appealing to general audiences. And it's like, dude, it's the whole freaking point of the show.
Well, thanks, Christy, for your comment there. I want you all to know I'm pretty sure that was a Geeks and Gamers Jeremy video. So there you go. Geeks and Gamers is fake news. All right, so here's another one. The Fandom Menace High Council is canceled. A fandom betrayed.
That was you, right?
That was you.
Breaking news. That's news. You gotta believe that shit. I proved
That was you.
I say that's news. That's not.
You know what, Angus? You know why he wears the mask, right?
Why?
Because he's Mike Zero.
I wish I got his revenue. He makes a lot of money.
Well, that's why you do this on a side. You got to be, anonymous. Just like those high singers that go in costume and like play in the subway just because they want to be anonymous for a little while. So you're Mike Zero, just hiding with the plebeians.
All right, the Rise of Skywalker scene goes full Terminator Dark Fate, Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh, God. Are you just pulling a bunch of fake news titles?
These are actual titles of videos.
No, I know. Are you just finding, like... Are you fishing in one little pond is what I'm saying?
No. I'll try to do it better next time, but there's a little bit of a net there.
This sounds like everything when I scroll through my sub feed. I'm like, okay, I've seen enough of this stuff. Like I get the gist. You know?
Answer: is it news, fake news, or zero news?
I'm gonna go with zero news. I'm gonna
say zero too. I think I recognize this. Yeah, it is zero, right? Yep.
All right,
Rex, that's your damn video.
And it's breaking news. It's news. That's what I'm going with.
It's breaking something. It's not news.
All right. I'll do one final one. Mad Max is mad.
Oh,
that's more like a statement, not a title.
That's a video that exists on YouTube.
I know what this is.
It's not mine. It's not mine. Oh, actually, Darth Daddy, you might like that video.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
You should react to it.
React to it?
You should react to it for the Grey Council channel.
Yeah, that'll get you some views because they were mocking me. You want to see that?
Who put out that video?
The writer's blockhead, Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian.
Wait a minute. I'm thanking you brought that up because Angus was kind of talking to me in my comments about this, my apparent confusion between two fucking Stevens with a last name that start with W. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Hold on.
Mixing those guys up.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know them that well. I was reading off The Bleeding Fool, which apparently I'm a fool for reading it because Mike doesn't know how to write for shit. And that's why I had to make that video, because nothing in that fucking article made any goddamn sense. And the way he went from writing about how he's making this book and he's doing it with Stephen Walton to how this thing with this artwork with Stephen is affecting his book, and it's literally why his sales are down, which it was this huge leap of logic. And the only thing that made any sense to me about why, and he started talking about his property, I'm like, wait, is this the same Stephen? What are we, where is this going? I didn't get it. I don't understand where this was coming from. I don't know what Stephen Wayne Art's fight with the 501st and his logo has to do with Mike and this other Stephen's fucking book.
Yeah, Darth Daddy, please do a live reaction to that video, please. Don't watch it ahead of time.
I can. So you said that was from Stephen Walton?
Sometime this week. Yes, I'll send you the link in Twitter. That's fake news. No, it's real. I am mad.
No, I love it because I'm buddies with Walton. Clearly, I've hosted him a lot. I actually gave him a good layup that he thanks me for all the time. His first live stream was with Jeff Hicks.
Okay.
Because I had him on for my birthday. I'm the type of guy when I know I'm gonna have a bigger guy on or girl on the show that it could benefit people. So I'm like, all right, who do I feel my pool is deserving of trying to get ahead with the crowd that comes in. So that's why you're in the chat for Friday, Lunga.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't going to announce that. Angus invited me to his Friday stream, so
you might not want to.
Y'all going to be there. It's going to be fun because I had fun with them just on one-on. I usually do strict one-on-ones because I had a really bad experience when I started with someone I had a lot of hope in because they had a lot of raw energy, and then streaming was just it was really dull, and they kind of grew into it way later. They're like a late bloomer, but then we had a falling out. But no, with Star Wars Only, it was so fun. Mainly Star Wars, that we kind of meandered here and there, and yeah, you're going to come back Friday. Check out that stream, everybody. I did with them back in October. But yeah, because I know his fall, I know his size, I know it could help Lunga get to the coveted 1K, and we'll get to see Slave Leia.
Slave Leia.
Yeah. Star Wars Only is someone you should really talk to. I think you have a lot in common. The way you approach it. He doesn't. Pretty unique. He doesn't go with any groups. Just to give you. I actually have to stall a little bit because the puppets aren't ready. A few more minutes. So this should be good. If we weren't controversial enough, I should bring back this game. Adopt.
Yes.
And I decided to make it more progressive.
Oh, here we go again, man.
No. This is the progressive version. I
don't know how that makes it better.
Planned Parenthood.
Oh, Jesus.
No, we could still do abort. That was a two-part joke. But I would never put real babies in here. No real babies, only fictional babies, and Ryan Kinnell still made the cut. All right. So, all right, we'll leave Ryan Kinnell out, maybe. No, I have to put him in because it'd be too hard. Baby Simba. Will you end the circle of life? Bambi right after the hunters come, or Ryan Kinnell.
Fuck
All right, who's going first?
I don't give a shit about Bambi. Fuck Bambi.
Oh,
I never felt any. I never felt any kinship or emotions towards Bambi.
All right.
Deer die all the fucking time. You know how many cars? You know how many people hit them with cars? They're dumb animals.
So are you adopting Kinnell then? Or Baby Simba?
We're doing abandon.
Yes.
Adopt, abandon, abort.
Well, no. I mean, Bambi's abandoned. Kindle is just always on abort. He's just on the abort list just because. Just because it's funny.
No. Here's how you do it, because the joke's the EU muscles with Max.
Yeah.
Always got the protein shake and stuff. He works out. Yeah. You got to spin the joke like Joker. It's like all your strength and you can't stop anything.
Listen, those wiry muscles need a lot of working out to look like normal muscles. So
always calling you out.
They,
Well, I actually thought of this controversial game because he's always wanting to kill Baby Yoda.
That's why he's on the abort list.
That's why I came up with this, even though it's a controversial game. So, Angus, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think you need to get like a little, like, how EVS, when he has his intro, it's like, started this gangster. She's got like the crowd clapping. He's like, thank you. You got to have something like that. You got to have a little like clap track for this, and like really sell like a game show where it's like adopt, abandon, abort. But no, I will adopt baby Simba because me and Lion King go way back.
Okay.
I'll abandon Ryan in a human kennel, and Bambi, I will just, I'll take the tools from the doctor and abort him myself. I hate that hippie ass movie.
Oh,
the villain is hunters. Like, come on, without hunters, you get overpopulation. What is this shit?
Well, it wasn't hunters. They burnt down the forest. I mean, that's more than hunting there. That's
the main villain. The main villain is like, oh, you killed his mom. It's like, it's life. Come on. And he turned out fine.
Anyway, I mean, especially with deer, especially, it's just a horrible comparison. Just because we literally allow hunting for deer, because if we didn't, they have no more. I mean, there's no more wolves in any of these forest preserves. They would literally just overrun it. Their population has to be culled, and that's why they allow it. So,
well, Christy, she's praying right now. I think we all should after this. We all need to pray a little bit, but it's meant for fun. These are fictional characters, and I think Mr. EU Muscles is a fictional character too. After what I've seen, it's all fake. No. I just don't like that he attacks Baby Yoda. That's where my mind went. It went mad as hell when he's wanting to attack Baby Yoda.
Charlie
mad.
He's not very happy. He's pretty mad.
Abort kennel. So that's where my head went. Maybe I'm a little too extreme. Just to defend myself, Christy. You're right. But my answer was going to be definitely abort kennel. I'll actually adopt Bambi and abandon Simba because he can make it on his own.
He wasn't abandoned enough. I mean, just double abandon him, right? I guess he keeps finding Timon and Pumbaa, so I guess
you're never coming on here, Christy. You're never coming on.
You're canceled.
You're
canceled.
You're done. You're done. Forget it.
Canceled.
Unfollow me on Twitter. What are you doing, Snowdub? This isn't working like I planned.
Is Charlie Foxtrot like who's your follower of?
Yeah, who's Charlie Foxtrot?
No, I'm asking. I don't know if he's like a longtime follower of Matt.
Oh no, Charlie! I'm sorry. I don't want to. Oh God, Charlie, come back.
Mad about fictional abortion.
I'm trying to understand what he got offended by. Was it about our disdain for? Was it about our disdain for deer?
Here you are, you damn peanut peddler. Where were you 2 hours ago? You said you were coming on here. Where's the puppets? The war party? Anything you guys want to talk about?
give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'm not leaving. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. So Angus, you said you have a collab with Star Wars Only coming up again?
No, I'm doing just like my normal Friday streams. Wednesdays, if it's Utter Chaos, there's like a specific guest planned that is like the focus, and usually the group with me is been on before, so it's like they take a back seat and help accent the conversation. But no, Friday's just going to be, kind of a roundtable All American Beef stream. Get Star Wars only more in the group as opposed to showcasing anybody. But there's a benefit, I'm not gonna be dumb or play coy and be like, oh, like this big 40K channel won't bring some followers over possibly. So, I got like Darth Lunga in here on that stream Friday to possibly benefit if there is, eyes on. So there'll probably be a lot of crossover with Grey Order and Star Wars only fans. So let's help Lunga. That's what I do.
Yeah.
People think like, oh, you just have for yourself. It's like, I've been here for everybody since I started. Like,
right.
Nothing's different about me from when I started like almost 2 years ago to now, besides I just, found my niche more and a more campaign, but that's just my humor. So it was never different. I was talking about
one thing I think B-Level is completely wrong about you is I don't think you were setting him up for a disaster with retweeting about Anna. I think you were like, if he wants to have a shot, let him have a shot.
That's what he asked me to do.
Yeah, I know. I think that's your personality. You're like, okay, he wants to debate you. I'll give my support because you're always like that. You always want a conversation. I don't think you were setting up for failure. You were saying this dude wants to debate you, which
I got heat because like that same day I shared it, I was like starting to investigate Dark Zenovia's content because he's actually like I would say the ringleader. So I started from the beginning of his channel, Star Wars content, because I know he was Fandom Menace until X point. So I'm trying to see the breaking point. Mm-hmm. And so I'm doing the history research. And then that same day when I go to bed, because I was working third shift, they uploaded another live stream of like Fandom Menace right after, that High Council Fandom Menace thing or whatever that they were like laughing at. Where Jeff's like, is this fake news? He thought they were like fake outrage. And so that's what happened. But like, I shared that and I tagged him like, hey, this guy wants to debate you. Come on the collective channel. Rookie Critic, agree with me. We talked on the phone that night. And he's like, yeah, that sounds smart. You just host it. Maybe the channel will benefit. And if the channel benefits, new creators that come on the channel will benefit later in the future. So it's going to be like a win-win for everybody. And there could be maybe some beef squashed, bury the hatchet maybe, or define the lines between Anna and B-Level, whatever the case. That's all it was. And she never responded. So I thought, oh, whatever. And then stuff progressed. And I don't remember blocking her back then, but I guess I did. But clearly I unblocked her because I had to reblock her when, not with the stream, but before I just got tired of seeing all the negativity from her dealing with her sister and those comments on her channel. It was just like, it's only negative. It's not like War Campaign where you can be funny and hit back at people. It's just like, this is awful. I don't want to see this, That was the line for me. And I kept seeing it after muting. So that's why the block happened. It wasn't to be mean. I never talked about her. And I don't talk about her. I'm not here to crap on people.
Yeah. All right.
I have fun with B-Level, I'll joke around, but it's like, I'm here to talk with them if he wants.
Yeah, I actually think if he did actually take you up on the offer, that it would go pretty well. What are you doing, Daddy? All right. We are still waiting for Snow Dub and the after party to get rolling. So we have a few minutes left. And I think I promised something. Oh, I promised more trouble.
I have a little surprise for Snow Dub, so I'm just preparing the camera for the special guest. It hasn't made an appearance in 6 years, so it's gonna come out of retirement.
All right. I think we might have time to check something else out too. Oh wait, I'll wait till you're. All right, the puppet show, the War Party puppet show. Yeah,
I told you I still had him. He was hiding in his storage somewhere. I found his ass.
How does Kitten like that puppet?
I showed her the video after. She never saw the video. I showed her the video after I showed it, and she's just shaking her head at me. About all she did with that one, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Any thoughts on? I did not see the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer.
I saw it. I thought it was great. I mean, I was wondering on Twitter. I've been seeing people complaining like, "Oh my God, Disney's or DC's fucking up again," and I'm like, "What did they do wrong?" I didn't see anything wrong in it, so I don't know what. I don't even know what the issue is.
What trailers came out this week? Bond, Wonder Woman, and Black Widow.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, Black Widow. Wonder Woman just dropped today.
I did a reaction to. I've been doing these reactions, just trying, like my boy's reaction was doing well for season 2, and then they copyright struck me my first time, nuked my video, and I'm like, what the hell? Then I appealed it, and that out of nowhere, literally, I just refreshed my my Creator Studio on my phone, and boom, it was back up. I'm like, holy shit, because it literally went from like 200 to like 1400 in like an hour. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Then it was blocked, but Wonder Woman 1984. I don't like the movie's all right. The first one, the third act was just kind of all over the place and underwhelming, but I really bought the like love story of her and Trevor, the chemistry of her and Pine on screen. It really worked. They really did the fish out of water. I think they had the benefit of learning from like Thor and the shortcomings of the human interactions, like the earthly interactions of Thor in that first movie, because the like Lord of the Rings fantasy stuff was great. So, like comic book movies, even if it's different companies, they all progress off each other. With this one, there's some cool stuff where like I didn't understand in the teaser, but she's like riding lightning with her rope. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I never saw it in the comics. And she's got like a winged suit. So there's cool things.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen Wiig is supposed to be playing Cheetah. I didn't know how I felt about that because she's like, I think 40 or 40-ish, close to it. So I'm like,
do you have a problem with older women?
I don't know the longevity of her playing such an iconic.
Okay.
Yeah, especially like Cheetah is very sexual, and Kristen Wiig, she can be funny, like she has
menopausal. Is that what you're saying?
No.
She's menopausal and can't be the Cheetah.
I think she's quite a looker, at least for my taste, in Walter Mitty. But like I don't think she fits. But as Barbara Minerva, I hope I'm saying that name right. Minerva. When I saw her in this trailer as Barbara, I was like, oh, this looked like they might really make a really good sympathetic character, an endearing character. So I don't know, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10. Like there's definitely cool stuff, but just these questions in my head, and also the shift from Snyderverse to wannabe Marvel. I don't know how this will fit in.
Yeah.
Because I would say this is like the marquee character going forward until they figure out Batman or Superman. So yeah, overall, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Being aware of the DCEU stakes right now.
Phoenix Zeno says, "Little Father Christmas is freaking me out. I'm out." Oh no, no, Phoenix,
don't leave. Unknown fact: I'm actually a Jew.
Oh,
so don't let it freak you out. I'm actually a Jew. I just like kids. That didn't sound good either. But
oh, and someone did leave. Thank you. They did leave. Thank you so much.
Yeah, time travel. Black Adam, I think, is confirmed for 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So that goes with the sequel for Shazam. I watched 20 minutes of Shazam and I didn't like it. So
what?
Generally speaking, the DCU, I don't care. I like Snyderverse, and it didn't work with the audience. I get it, but that's what attracted me. It was an alternative to Marvel. I could get two different flavors, and it feels like they're just.
I like the Snyderverse too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Wonder Woman feels like in the middle, kind of like the Marvel stuff and the Snyderverse, the Vision and all that. But I don't know. I don't have hope. I'll be surprised, or I'll be open to be surprised, but I just don't expect anything to please me. I'm more interested in like the Batverse, like these kind of solo films, Joker 2, these dark, gritty stuff. They'll probably keep that just with Batman out. They've learned a lesson with BVS, but that's the stuff I like.
No, I mean, I like it too, but I guess the fact that I'm a longtime DC Comics reader, a lot of times in their comic books, they'll be that dark kind of universe, but you have those kind of characters that are the lights of it. You know what I mean? They can intermingle, believe it or not. And I've seen it with and I'm gonna use the correct name because it's not Shazam, it's fucking Captain Marvel. Okay. I used to read a lot of his stuff too, and he gives you that very childlike innocence in the middle of a very dark world. So that's why I've always liked it, and it does fit into it. And I think you're going to see that with Black Adam too, because Black Adam is a really dark character.
Oh, that's going to bring a lot of people in if they get once Rock's on screen. Oh
yeah, just for the name, you're going to get general audiences just because it's The Rock. I mean, look at some of the other shit movies he's made that made money just because he's in it.
He's one of the last movie stars, really. Not everyone could come and bring people in just by name only, except him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's many of those left.
There used to be the ones, but like the Schwarzeneggers and the Stallones, they don't carry that kind of clout anymore.
Yeah.
To bring people in, and there aren't many other action stars.
He still has it. Every once in a while, he'll have a dud like Skyscraper, but that wasn't a bad movie either. It just didn't.
I haven't seen it yet.
It wasn't bad. It's worth a rental. Chubby Teddy, thanks a lot, brother. Everyone stood me up tonight, except for Daddy and Angus and Snowdub.
Kermit.
Yeah, Kermit.
It was a pity stream, buddy. It's a pity stream.
Okay, thank you.
I saw you were having a bad day on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, gotta cheer up the guy a little bit.
Oh, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
I never expected to see Max stream 3 times in a day. That's some EVS level stuff.
No, I was pissed earlier, and then I stepped away, and then I'm not going to cancel the show when I have guests that probably could come. So, and I'm looking forward to this war party. I have no idea what's planned, but it's a little bit late, Snowdub. I hope you haven't get it.
Yeah, I said I had some in the tank left, but the tank's getting slim, guys. Slim.
I know.
Same for me. I gotta work in the morning. I'm actually gonna head out. I want to tell Snowdub, hey, maybe next time we figure it out. But gotta go.
Thanks a lot, Angus. No, I get it.
I gotta get up at like 3:30 in the morning.
Listen, he's a plumber. He's a plumber. You know how many?
Yeah, you gotta respect that.
You know how many fucked up toilets are out there that need him? His attention.
No, right now we're remodeling or renovating Section 8 housing. So
and I can say that, and you might, I don't know if you might associate with this because I was a union electrician, IBW, for 10 years. Long time ago. I retired from that shit. But I was in construction. It was commercial construction. And I worked with a lot of pipe fitters. And when people would call them plumbers, they're like, no, buddy, don't call me plumbers. We deal with clean water. Plumbers deal with shit.
Yeah, no, it is a fair, I guess, assessment. Yeah, we're construction. We're like industrial plumbing, generally speaking. Yeah.
So before you go, there was one thing you could just answer real quick. What I was going to say, out of the trailers, rate your favorite to least favorite out of Bond, Wonder Woman, and Black Widow.
Ooh, I would say Black Widow really did a good showcase. The one real critique I had was what I call convergent evolution, like you see in actual animals. It felt like there's like this, like maybe not an actual Halo jump, but she like jumps and it's like all this debris. It looked exactly like
Spider-Man.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Were you the one that put it up side by side? I saw someone put them up side by side.
I didn't put it side by side. I just pointed out like my actual reaction that morning. I was just like, oh god, I just spotted it like that. It wasn't something like sitting on it. I saw it right away. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. They were saving money. They were saving money
to be Marvel. We've done this elsewhere in our studio. Maybe it's meant to be homage. I don't know, but I don't like it. Just like I didn't like the holding the ship together. It was too much Spider-Man 2 when you watch Homecoming. Homecoming.
Her superhero jump, I don't think was an homage. I think it literally was. We can save some money on the screen on the motion capture here, and I think they used the same model and just.
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, I think overall it was a great showcase. What's his name? Chillmonger. He's a guy recommended by Second Street Marvel. He did a video today about his theory that it's not a prequel, and I think it's very interesting. I think with Doctor Strange, this Menace universe, whatever, multiverse and stuff. What's his name? Mysterio, all these little things, along with the Infinity Stones and Captain America seemingly breaking the line or something. I think this is a multiverse movie. We'll see. But yeah, I think that was the top trailer. Bond was a close second. I thought it was, despite all the fears we've been hearing about, Lashana Lynch and L337 writing this or tweaking the script, it looks like a really good closeout to Craig's Bond. Craig is my Bond. I've watched the first 4 Connery and Goldfinger, or not Goldfinger, GoldenEye, and all the Craig movies. I still got to fill in all the blanks, but Craig is my guy. And I felt like Skyfall would have been the perfect end, but I like seeing him come back. But this looks good. I just feel like they're copying the Vesper plot again. Maybe we'll go full bore into it where he's aware. So there's a little wrinkle of difference, I guess. And Wonder Woman, like I just said, I gave it a 6 out of 10. There's cool things, but context drops it down, and we'll see.
So your least favorite was Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Okay. Daddy?
I haven't actually seen the Bond trailer yet.
Oh, okay.
I saw Black Widow and I saw Wonder Woman. I haven't seen the Bond one. I'm not going to say I'm not really a Bond fan, but I'm not a hater either. I've seen all the Daniel Craig ones. I've seen the Connery ones. I've seen some of the Pierce Brosnan ones. Roger Moore, I wasn't so much a fan of. But so I haven't seen the trailer yet. But Daniel Craig, no, he is really good. And I did like him as Bond too. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And I got to tell you what, this petition everyone's doing about Idris Elba, I really think he'd make a fucking spectacular Bond, to be honest with you. Yeah,
I've heard that a lot. I like Idris Elba. I'm not sure. He's a little bit older now too, though, to get him started right now.
Not really. Know. Nah, he still looks good. I mean, not like Daniel Craig is that fucking young.
Yeah.
You could do John Boyega. He's English.
No, I don't want. I honestly was a John Boyega fan, but after this week, I'm like, you know what? This is why I'm boycotting Bond too. Not because of the woke. It's because of Daniel Craig saying he's going to cut himself if he has to play the character again. And that's where I'm like, you know what? Screw you. If you're too good for it, even if it was a negotiating tactic, it was really bad taste. And I'm like that across the board, sports, whatever. You think you're too good for something, or you make comments like that, I don't want to support it. So that's why I'm not seeing the movie.
Well, but people do want to move on from typecasting. I mean, it's a thing, it happens.
I think how bad it is for like John Hamm. John Hamm is always going to be Don Draper.
Draper. By the way, I loved fucking Mad Men. That was one of my favorite shows. Oh,
I am a madman.
I love that show. And I got to be honest with you, I think that show inspired me to be, or promoted me to be, a really bad person for a while. I watched that show. A bad influence on me. It was not a good influence on me. I was divorced not long after. So, but it was a bad influence.
Mad Men definitely inspired me to try rye. And now I drink, Crown Royal. I'm like, what is this syrup? I need some gut-wrenching turpentine that is rye whiskey. Bottom of the shelf. Save me some money. Let's just get drunk in some brown, like Don Draper.
Don Draper, he drank old fashions, didn't he?
Yeah, he would drink the stuff, but he was just, hey, if it's brown, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, when he needed a drink.
Well, no, because what he drinks, I went to the liquor store. I was like, oh, Canadian Glow. It's got to be like some expensive, like Scotch level stuff. It's the second to last bottom of the shelf in the rye section. I just get Windsor because I save a couple bucks.
Well, if you think about a show that was made that's the period piece in the 60s, it's not like there was that much variety like there is now.
No, I mean? Get that, but I think it was still probably just lower tier. I think it's just that's his thing. Everyone else probably got the expensive things like, oh, that's Don's. That's the old Pennsylvania whorehouse's kids drink.
Well, he grew up pretty shit poor, and a lot of people like that too. Especially if they're big drinkers like that, especially in those time periods, they drink what they remember from their what they've always drank, and that's probably something he drank when he was poor and had nothing. It's all he could afford, and he never stopped drinking it.
Well, Snowdub gave an update ready in 5 minutes. You better not leave me with snowballs tonight, Snowdub. You better deliver. I don't want snowballs going to sleep. I need my puppet fix.
I don't want snowballs ever. Do you know what a snowball is, right?
I always have to look it up, and then I'm like, oh,
actually, I don't. I'm not down with all this. I probably drink. Well, I don't want them regardless. What other meaning it has either.
I had to tell him this one off air.
Okay, please do. Someone said Soyega is Bond. I just don't like his attitude anymore. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of him.
Did you see his hot takes, the hot wings thing, whatever? He was like looking at. There's a picture of him and this Carnival girl, and it was like he was saying like, "Oh, Disney people are crying, they're freaking out about it." He's like, "I don't care, man." It's like, yeah, love it. Just that attitude of like, it sounds very like Me Too-y. His response was just like, "Oh my God, these people," So I thought that was funny because I don't think we would have got that with The Last Jedi or Force Awakens. I think he's just letting it all hang out now with the whole Disney Plus thing. Where it's like, would you go on Disney Plus? He's like, nope.
Nope.
I just
bruh, I'm a movie star, bruh. I ain't doing no Disney Plus.
See, that turned me off. I was like, I don't think he's done anything that spectacular to warrant that attitude. I don't think he's bad at all by any means, but there's some movies I didn't see. What was the last? Do you know any Boyega movies that came out recently besides Star Wars?
I haven't seen him in anything.
Okay.
He did Pacific Rim. Two. I didn't see that. And then he did Attack the Block. I think it was his first big claim to fame from like the Nick Frost, Simon Pegg guys. I hated it. That whole cast that's like surviving this like attack of like weird space girl things, just so unrelatable, so just assholes. Like, I'm not rooting for anybody but like the nurse that's like stuck with these jackasses. It was, I never watched it, but there's this remake that Mark Wahlberg did. I remember seeing the reviews where it's just like he's such an unlikable character and he's the main character. You can't do that. You got to have some sort of redeeming quality to it, and I don't feel Boyega ever had that, unfortunately, because I would have liked to like it. The creature design was cool. That's about all I can give it.
I just don't think I don't like arrogance to begin with, but then unearned arrogance too. I think he's not there yet where he could, just because you're in Star Wars, disrespectful to the people like Ewan McGregor coming back for a series and all those Marvel actors, which they have a great camaraderie. They're not too good to do streaming shows. So I think it was bad taste. But right now...
Well, can I add something to that really quick?
Yeah.
I think there's a huge difference, though, when it's like, hey, Jeremy Renner, do you want to do a Disney streaming show for the MCU versus, hey, do you want to do a streaming show for Star Wars to continue your sequel trilogy character in the current state of Star Wars?
Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the difference. Yeah. And John Boyega knows that his character, as far as feature films is done, Finn is most likely done.
Yeah.
So meaning any future employee he does is only going to be on Disney Plus. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if he had a character that's like an MCU character that they know, the WandaVision, she knows, Elizabeth Olsen knows she's going to be in for feature films, you know what I mean? That this is just another launch off point for those. John Boyega's like, no, I'm pretty much done in the movies now. You want me just to do this? No, that's not happening. And I get that on why he would say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So this is where we're going to end this because I think my man Snowdub is finally ready. We're going to stream hop and go give him hell on Snowdub. And you say, smash the hell and be like, why are you so late, Snowballs? So thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm going on Snowdub's channel right now. Follow me and let's give them hell. Thanks for coming, Angus and Daddy.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Peace, guys.
Bye.